I say this to make this point. Do we come with blinders on to the other people whom we're around? And I don't think any of us come with malicious intent. I think, it's by the grace of God, some of us, we even get here, get the kids dressed, get them checked in. We come flying in. I get it. We can have our blinders on to get to our spot, to get there before the worship starts. I get it. But in the process, are we missing the people whom God is sending to us? Each one of us carries with us the hope of the gospel of Jesus Christ. The good news. The good news that God has come close to us. God has come to forgive us of our past, to forgive us of our futures. God makes all things right again in our lives, whether it's on this side of eternity or the next. This is what God is doing in you. That's the greatest news we could ever share with somebody. We are living, breathing testimonies to the fact that Jesus is working in us. Is the way that we interact with others proof of what Jesus is doing in us? The way that we show hospitality to the people that we know and the people that we don't. Yeah, I do need a bigger hospitality team across the entire church. I need people to sign up down the hall. But ultimately, I need each one of us to take ownership of the fact that this is where we call home. And so we're going to be the hosts for those whom we encounter. We may be hosting the other host. That's okay too. But to share kindness, to be intentional, to be humble, to serve one another, because Christ first loved us. Christ was hospitable to us. While we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. Humility is the posture of hospitality. Hospitality is the action of humility in a social setting. Like, you can't just go and be humble in a corner by yourself. That doesn't work. Hospitality is the action of humility when we gather together with other people. But hospitality is not limited to Sunday morning by any shot. This is God's call for his people to be hospitable. This is why Paul writes this in Romans. He says, share with the Lord's people who are in need. Practice hospitality. So when and where in our lives outside of 2 hours on Sunday morning can we be hospitable to other people? I'm thinking of a few places. Can you? There's ample opportunity to be hospitable in the name of Jesus to the people whom we encounter.